Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. My name is John, your host as always. I hope you're all doing well. This video is sponsored by 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase retro kits from the 60s all the way through to the early 2000s, including the shirts that have inspired next season's kits, the 1976 home shirt and the FA Cup Final 1980 shirt as well, so go check those out. There's also Admiral and Umbro track jackets, t-shirts, sweatshirts and polo shirts in there, so go check those out as well. Any purchases that you make will go towards funding this channel, but as I said on my live podcast with Gio, the first 20 transactions that go through will be donated directly through to the Bradley Lowry Fund for Isla's fight. So any purchases that you're making will go straight to her, so thank you very much for that. The subject of today's video is the weekend roundup of all the transfer stories that have come out. As I said in my previous video, Arnautovic has been linked to going to Inter Milan. It appears that Inter Milan are looking to do a 30 million bid now that Conte's back in charge with them. It was interesting that he was linked to Chelsea as well when Conte was there. As I said, it'll be interesting to see if Arnautovic comes out with anything, and he has. He said to the Austrian press, he said he's happy staying at West Ham. He hasn't spoken to his brother to say that he wants to leave right now, nor has his brother spoken to him about it. But of course, he has also said that he's attracted to Champions League football. I mean, at the end of the day, who wouldn't be? But as I say, Arnautovic has a 45 million release clause. I don't think anyone's going to look to match that. So should we take an offer under that and get around about 30-35 million for him? Absolutely, 100%. Get the little git out of our club as soon as possible. A very, very talented footballer, don't get me wrong. But just for me, I just don't want him here anymore. His attitude stinks. You know, I said the same thing about Payet as well. His attitude stinks. He needs to go. But there are still 2 months before the transfer window closes, so we've got plenty of time to see what happens with that. X has confirmed on the West Ham Way podcast this week that they have no intention of signing a left-back in the transfer window as it stands at the moment. The priorities are midfield, centre-back and a striker. So basically, as I said in the previous video, that was Hassan Ali Khalidrim's, I think you pronounced that, his manager has said that we're on the verge of signing him after the Copa America. Ignore that. Unless Everton step up a bid for Creswell again. It is reported that they put a bid in which was immediately rejected. I think it was in the region of 20 or 25 million for him, or maybe 30. I can't remember exactly what, but it was said that it was an undisclosed club, but it's come out to be looking very possibly to be Everton. Creswell has got married this weekend, so congratulations to you, Cres. And as a result, apparently one of his family members is quoted as saying they are very confident he's going to be living in Liverpool permanently within the next couple of months and playing for Everton. So we'll find out what happens there. But as I say, we've got 2 months before anything else happens. X also confirmed on the West Ham Way podcast that there is a problem with Lanzini's contract because he is not happy with how things are in specifics with his wage increases written within the contract, and therefore is apparently looking to seek legal action on that. Now, you see, for me, I'm a little bit torn on this, guys, to be 100% honest with you, because at the end of the day, I love Lanzini. He's been very, very good for us ever since we signed him. What was it, back permanently when we signed him in 2015? So basically 4 years now we've had him. I can see why people are very unhappy about it, and I can see why people are very for it as well. Because for me, very, very talented midfielder. Regardless of what other people have been saying, he has had a very, very good work rate with us over the last 4 years. Yes, okay, he's had bad injuries, which hasn't been his fault, and it is a bit of a free pass in that regards. And yeah, obviously last season he didn't do all that well and didn't really seem to offer much. But I said all season it was a ridiculous idea to rush him back, and that's exactly what the club appears to have done. So, you know, from that side of things, I can understand why Lanzini wants better terms. I mean, we all would if we could. We would ask for it. Seeking legal action on there is another matter. But as I say, he's a very, very talented midfielder. Possibly because all this link of him going off to, I think, Fenerbahce, I think it is, and possibly that could have something to do with it. But they are putting on terms. They are trying to discuss terms with him for a 5-year extension. I agree 100% with Gio, what he said on the cup of tea with Gonzo at Wednesday night, about if you're going to give a player an extension, you give it to him in January, not in the summer. Yes, agreed, 100%. It was a real good, really fun, enjoyable podcast I had with him on Friday night. So if you haven't watched that yet, I'm sure you have, because it's one of the highest rated so far in the last couple of days. If you haven't gone and seen that, then click on the card that's up here. But yes, I don't agree with giving him a new deal just yet. But at the same point, I can understand why the club are doing it, because they don't want to they don't want to sell him under any circumstances. So it's completely understandable. So, you know, I am in two minds on this. I really am in two minds. There's also reports that not only, as I previously talked about, the club going back in for Maxi Gomez, as I discussed in the last Transfer Roundup video, there's also stories coming out that we're also putting in a bid for 24-year-old defensive midfielder Stanislav Lobotka, I think you pronounce that, who can also play at centre-back and as an attacking midfielder. The problem is he's had 31 games in La Liga this season, and has only had 1 assist. Could this mean that Sanchez is on his way out as a result of this? Both Gomez and Lobotka have very high release clauses. I think in the region of about, I think it's about £45 million. I think it's talking about 50 million euros each. So that could be very, very interesting. Also, there's speculation over Obiang's future, as there is the links with him going to Roma are gathering a lot of pace. Apparently, his agent has spoken to Roma, and which, to be honest, doesn't surprise me, because they did try and put a bid in for him in January, but that didn't go through for whatever reason it was at the time, and as a result, probably because Sanchez was injured, and as a result of this, you know, it's not a surprise that this has come round again. And I'm not, as I say, it's no surprise in any shape or form. I would be upset to see Obiang go to a degree, as long as we don't, if we get a ridiculous replacement for him. If he does go, then I'll be happy, and we've got a decent defensive midfielder. You know, so someone like Lobotka, whose positional work I'm very happy with. If that is going to be the case, again, we've got 2 months to find out until in the transfer window, so we've got plenty of time to see what happens on that. So as I said in the previous video, guys, just relax. You know, there's plenty of time for the club to do things. There's also, as you may have seen from Declan Rice's cheeky little Instagram reply on Mason Mount the other week before the England game started. By the way, if you're looking out for a reaction video to the England game on Thursday night, you're not seeing it. I'm not doing it. I'm too angry, absolutely too angry on that. But apparently, according to from that, the West Ham are the bookies' favourites to sign the Chelsea youngster Mason Mount as a result of it. So we'll see what happens with that, but I don't believe that's going to happen in any shape or form. I could be wrong. It could be something completely different. You know, they know how to play with each other. So so he knows how to link up well with him in the defensive midfield positions as well. So you never know. We'll find out in the next few weeks. As I said, there has been conclusive reports that there has been no interest whatsoever from any club over Declan Rice. I know that Man United were sniffing about, and even Babyface, what was his name? I can't remember his name now. I can't pronounce it most of the time, but apparently, you know, he said that there's no way they're going to put in a bid for Rice, and the club have come out and said there's been no approach over him whatsoever. So, guys, again, I know we're panicking. He's one of our best players, and I'm a bit worried about his future as well. But at the same point, he's signed with us for quite a long time now, and he's stated on more than one occasion he's very happy at West Ham. He's got no intention of leaving. So, guys, we have nothing to worry about, so don't panic about that. Reece Oxford, on the other hand, as we all know, there was talk that he could be going off to Augsburg for €4 million. But it seems to hit a stumbling block. Apparently, as we all know, his agent's not exactly the most professional of people. But it could be stalling, possibly because of Oxford's wages. I'm not 100% sure. It's not very clear what's going on at the moment. But, you know, he's on 20 grand a week. He's on £1 a week for every year he's been alive. You know, it's that could be the stumbling block why Augsburg aren't putting everything in, because maybe they're not putting in, coming to very good terms with him on personal grounds and wages, etc. Who knows? But again, we've got 2 months, so there's no need to panic just yet. David Gold came out with a very interesting tweet the other day. Somebody asked him, you know, top 6 question mark, let's go for it, and Gold has tweeted saying, there are many at the club that feel we can finish in the top 6. Can doesn't mean will. I don't think we will. As I said, as I talked to Gio from Hammers Chat on Friday night, you know, there's 11 clubs potentially, including us, trying to get into the top 6 or the top 8. You know, it's just not going to happen. You know, mathematically, it just can't happen. So it's setting the bar ridiculously high for the fan base. Yes, there's ambition behind it. Yep, 100%. Very happy with him signaling that. But he said it's our intent to try and get into the top 6. Will be better than, yeah, we believe we can. Yeah, I'm not feeling this, guys. I just think it's another PR stunt yet again. Also, there's rumours of Antonio being linked with Crystal Palace yet again if Wilfried Zaha is sold in the summer. Again, we've got 2 months, so don't panic about this just yet. I wouldn't want to see Antonio go under any shape or form. But apparently, the interest in Barami seems to be getting stronger and stronger the last few days. I've noticed this as well. Are the two stories related? Possibly. They both play in the same position. But guys, we never know with West Ham. We really never know. So thank you very much for your time, guys. Thank you to everybody that signed up over the last few days. It's been lovely to get the channel over to 723 subscribers. Really hoping we can try and get to 750 by the end of the month. I know it may be a bit of an ask, but guys, you know, your support means the world to me. We're very close to the watch times that I wanted to as well, so I'm very happy with that. Again, it looks like the Geo podcast has gone down very well, and everybody seems to be jumping on watching that, so I'm very happy with this. So guys, thank you very much for your time. If you're new round here and you like the channel, then by all means, please, of course, you're welcome always, but please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get first dibs on when these videos go up. If you feel I deserve it, please click the like button. As always, put your comments in the comment section below if about everything that I've talked about. If there's anything that I've missed out that you want me to talk about as well, I'm more than happy to do that. So put the comment in the comment section below. Or you can tweet me at JPWHUTV, or you can find me on Instagram at JPWHUTV. I'm also on Facebook as a group page and a page itself for the channel set up at JPWHUTV as well. Reddit at JPWHUTV and fanvibe.com again at JPWHUTV. So guys, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hopefully you'll get to see me on Wednesday evening for the unveiling of the kits, because the club have promised that everybody that pre-ordered will get them before Thursday when they're released in the shop. So hopefully that will happen. And also Thursday morning you will see me at 9 o'clock with Baz and hopefully one other special guest to discuss the fixtures for the coming 1920 season. So guys, in the meantime, look after yourselves and I'll see you soon.